Hello, this is Bob Oros coming to you today from a very unique part of the country, Amarillo, Texas, located in the Panhandle. It's right in between Oklahoma City and Albuquerque. Gets a lot of traffic through there. But 400 miles before you get to Amarillo, you'll start seeing the signs that say free 72-ounce steak if eaten in 1 hour. Now, this is such a unique promotion. I would say we can all learn something from the way that they promoted this restaurant, because he became actually world famous and really not having to spend any money whatsoever. What he did was, when he first started his restaurant, he didn't know how big to make his biggest steak on the menu, so he invited a lot of the local big eaters in, and they all sat down, and he said, whoever eats the most steak, that's how big my biggest steak is going to be. So the biggest eater polished off 72 ounces of meat, along with the potato and the salad and the bread. So he said, that's going to be my challenge for people coming in, and he came up with the 72-ounce free steak. And this restaurant has been given more marketing awards than you can possibly imagine. He's been on national television shows with his 72-ounce steak, and it just goes to show you that it doesn't take a lot of money. It takes just a little bit of imagination. What does a 72-ounce steak look like? Well, here's one being served right here, and as you can see, that's a mouthful. It's a sirloin steak, and I hope it would be tender. I've never eaten one myself. I've been there, watched people eat it, and it's quite amusing, because what happens is you become part of the entertainment. They have someone that goes up and announces your name and announces where you're from and says that you have taken the challenge, and you try to eat it. How many people have eaten it? Well, there's been thousands and thousands of people who have tried, and they have a Steak Eaters Hall of Fame where the fastest was 9.5 minutes. Somebody ate the steak, the potato, the salad, and the bread in 9.5 minutes, and that is the world record. They have the oldest person to eat it was a 69-year-old grandmother. The youngest was a 13-year-old boy. But once you accept the challenge and eat the steak, you're in the Steak Eaters Hall of Fame. So you've got yourself a nice little claim to fame with accomplishing that. But this is the proudly voted #1 steakhouse in Texas year after year after year, simply because of a great marketing idea. So keep that in mind when you're talking to your customers, and look and see what they might have that's unique, that's different, and something they can use as a promotion, because it's going to make a huge impact on their business. Today's lesson, what is the good guy, bad guy strategy? Now, this is kind of a step up from the lesson we had before about higher authority, but this takes it to a different level. Many people fall into this role naturally. Like if you're buying a house, you're going to find that the broker is the good guy and the seller, the homeowner, is the bad guy. But it's easy to fall into this, to be a victim of this. And once you know about it and you're aware of it, you'll be surprised at how many times it's being used on you. Sometimes people use it without even knowing it. I sold a motorhome here a few years ago, and when I advertised it, I had most of the time the wife would call up, and she was the nice guy, and then the bad guy was the husband, who was going to come and look at it and kick the tires and groan and tell me it was too much. So a good guy, bad guy. Great strategy to keep in your toolbox, and a great strategy to use yourself when you're buying something. You can always be the good guy, and your wife can be the bad guy, or vice versa, and you'll be surprised at how effective it is. So there we are, Amarillo, Texas. Good guy, bad guy. We'll be back again tomorrow. Another lesson, another city. Until then, go out and sell something, make some money, and make it a great day.